That's the spirit.
Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries?
Oh, back again. Tell your co-workers, tell your friends. Now it's season 3, VPDs in 3D. Put on your glasses, turn on your TV. Steady standing Stelena. Ooh, Klaus in the house, troubles are brewing. What else can Catherine ruin? Call the MFPD, it's Ash and Petey. About to release more podcasts on the streety.
Where's Stefan? He gave himself over to Klaus to save his brother.
Slow it down. Sipping on vervain, swerving in my lane. Brothers bound in my vein, trying to kill the pain.
Just give me the cure, and I'll do whatever you want.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent Ash. Ash, hello.
Hello.
It seems like ages since we have cast upon these pods.
But it hasn't been.
No, it has not.
Mm-mm. I was just thinking about how it would be silly if you didn't say hello, because I'm so used to it. If you were just like, what's up, guys?
Hey, peeps.
Hey, yeah, I like the hello. I like the consistency.
Yeah, what if I just went straight into welcome to the Vampire
Too abrasive.
Diaries? No, you gotta ease them in.
Hello.
Hello. Gotta ease them in after that theme song.
Yeah, I like it.
It still cranks. Ash, today is a soon-to-be nationally recognized holiday. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
It's Spotify Wrapped Day.
Oh, yeah.
Ash.
Bitch, I'm like, it's already close to the end of the year. That's crazy.
I know. I feel like I have still so many more tunes to listen to this month.
Totally.
Probably some Christmas tunes.
Yeah, we started listening to Christmas tunes in the car on the way to school.
But I also have been keeping track of my movies that I've watched this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Secret movies.
Secret list?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like, yeah, I still have so many more movies to watch in December. I can't do my top 10s and whatevers.
You've been keeping a list of all the movies you watched the whole year, and I'm finding out in December.
Yeah, it's Pedophile Wrapped.
And you write the ones that just you watch by yourself, or all the ones?
Every movie I saw.
Oh. Well, I'll be excited to see that list.
I'm not counting ones that like I partially watched or like fell asleep during and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over 100.
Nice.
And I have, my categories are 2021 movies that I watched for realsies that came out.
Yeah.
A subgroup of those is in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then rewatches from non-2021. And then movies I've seen for the first time that aren't in 2021.
Got it.
Very exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm. But Spotify Wrapped?
Spotify Wrapped, Ash. Vampire showed up on a little old list.
I cannot believe that. That's so exciting.
Maybe it showed up on multiple lists, but I am aware of one where it was in a person on Instagram tagged us in their top, I believe, 4 podcasts that they listened to all year. We were like number 2.
Yeah.
So I put that in the High Dive Publishing story if anyone needs to go over there and see that.
I know, we were someone's top podcasts of the year.
Yeah, and in fact, she did message me because I like reposted it or whatever. And she was like, loving the apps. She said she was a little behind though.
Oh, well, this will be a fun surprise when you hear it later.
Yeah, if she makes it up to here.
Yeah, thanks for listening. That's awesome.
She said she loved what we were doing in our early episodes, and I was like, oh gosh.
Who knows even?
And I was like, they get better. Except for maybe last week, but in general, they get better.
We need to do some more games, though.
I know. I meant to do one last week where it was was something a Fangsgiving or a turkey. Like, and I was going to queue up aspects of the show, and were you, like, thankful for it, or was it a big old turkey? So, like, the Halloween episode.
The big signs, are you thankful for them, or is it a turkey?
Well, I think the Halloween episode, no signs, big old turkey.
Right.
But I'm thankful,
For all the other signs of all the other parties.
yeah, for those other big signs. Werewolf hybrids.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe next week you can have a game ready for us.
Maybe so.
You're the Dame guy. That's wrong. You're the game guy.
I'm the Game Gear and the Game Boy.
There you go.
Ash, Season 3, Episode 8. We're just ordinary people.
We don't know which way to go.
I think that's one of John Legend's...
Legendary songs.
Yes. One of his Timmies.
Yeah.
Which I call timeless jams.
Timmies and Jimmies.
Timmies and Jimmies. Jimmies are jams, and Timmies are timeless jams. It's true. That's how I think of them. So Timmies are a little bit above Jimmies.
Right. 100%.
Ash. Trademark segment.
The cold open.
Cold open.
Boo. Brr.
Alaric is back in the cave with Elena. She's there now. Damon, I guess he probably left and came back, but it seems like he's just been there the whole time.
Yeah, it's not very clear how much time has passed, but probably not much.
Either in this or in the next scene in this episode, Alaric is wearing a very different shirt, and it's like all red and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
you gotta change your shirt when you're climbing through caves.
That's true.
Do you climb through caves? Or do you... What's the verb for caves?
Spelunk.
Well, I know, but... Hike? You hike through caves?
I guess it depends what you're doing in the cave. Are you
It's
walking?
just simply walking.
Are you squeezing through tight little holes?
Crawling, perhaps?
Mm-hmm. Are you being...
Okay.
Are you being chased by scary creatures in The Descent?
Yikes. Our pug is chewing their bone, and I was petting them, and she got mad at me for petting her while she had her bone like I was going to take it from her.
Yeah, there will be pug crunches and possibly pug snores in the background. We always say that.
Yep. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, that's just part of the pod.
Yeah.
If you're not cool with pugs, you're not cool with this pod.
That's for sure. We don't want you.
Yeah. We'll give you your money back. Your $0.
$0.
Damon, anyway, though, he scares Elena. He's like, boo.
Yeah, he's hiding in the corner.
And he can't get in the cave. He is cursed out.
That's funny.
I just said that and then realized...
That's a different thing.
A turn of phrase. All right, Ash, in this cave, there are cave drawings. It tells a story. The moon cycle, a man, a wolf. Mm-hmm. It's the Lockwood Diaries, Damon quips.
We were just saying they needed more diaries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen a diary in a minute.
It's just this one's just on the wall.
Hey, it counts.
It does.
Werewolves have been around a long time. The names are in Viking script, Ash, and that is why Rebecca said what she said in that scene
in
history class. And I was like, huh? Why'd she say that?
Yeah. I'm glad you remember that. Good job, Pete.
Oh, yeah. And the names are Niklaus, Elijah, Rebecca, and Timmy. Flashback.
They do say Elijah.
Elijah.
Sometimes.
Flashback. This is a flashback episode, but not the kind that you fancy.
Exactly. You are correct about that. We're flashing back. Did it say the year?
I don't think it did.
No, it's just a long, long time ago when the Vikings were inhabiting Mystic Falls, Virginia.
Yeah. Klaus and Rebecca are carving their names in the very cave wall. Mm-hmm. Talking about their parents. Rebecca hands Klaus a knife and stabs him in the palm in the way that we always talk about.
Yes, slitting it right across.
And then back to the present.
But did you notice he didn't heal?
Ooh.
That was like a reason they showed that, was
Got it.
that they were showing he was human.
Yes. Okay. Back to the present. Michael is carved up there as well. And I think Damon likes to call him Papa Original.
Yeah, Papa. I was going to be like Daddy Mike.
Papa John's.
Look. Silly pugs.
Speaking of pops, Poppy tunes are playing while Lark is taking pictures of the wall. Like Austin Powers, like, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like for the models.
Yeah, David Duchovny lips. David Duchovny lips. Damon teaching Elena how to use a knife while they do some exposition. They keep training her, Ash.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm.
With a knife and like a grenade.
She's getting some secret training throughout.
Mm-hmm. It's like my secret movie list, only she's using knives and stuff.
Maybe that's what I'm doing. You just don't know.
I'm
not doing that.
I like my thing better. They need the weapon to kill the originals. They don't know this weapon yet.
Mm-hmm.
They need to go to Rebecca, and she's cheerleading at high school. It's her favorite thing.
She loves tumbling.
Hundreds of year-olds, all they want to do is go back to high school.
Yep.
Elena shows her one of the pictures Alark took of the cave, and she's like, why are you running from your father?
Yeah, the picture she shows her is Rebecca's name.
Oh. Rebecca is scared of them waking Michael. If you wake Michael, we're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Flashback to the Viking village. Elijah and Klaus are sword fighting.
Yeah, in a friendly, brotherly way.
But very competitive.
Yes.
And Klaus has his long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best look for him.
No, Elijah has very long hair.
And it's a good look.
You like it on him?
It's fine. He looks better than Klaus with the long hair. And also, Elijah has kind of a weird haircut in the present day.
Yeah, and right now Elijah has like it looks like 70s with it like tied back in the front.
The Legolas.
Yes.
Michael doesn't like Klaus.
No, he's very mean to him.
He yells at him and clashes with him, and we find out later.
Well, you're reminded why later.
Ooh.
But we already know why, but you just didn't remember.
Oh. That doesn't sound like me at all. Alark's looking at the pics again. He loves these pics of this cave.
Oh my gosh, he is in history buff heaven.
Yep.
But you know what I don't like about this immediately?
What?
He takes the pictures of all the symbols, but then when he has them out on the table, they're in all weird order. Because he's trying to figure out what they mean, but I feel like you would keep it in storytelling order.
But
I don't like how they were all mixed up.
No, he kind of...
Personally.
He kind of did, mash them up.
Yeah.
Mishmash.
And then he had to go back to the cave to read it. It's like, well, you could have just put them up in order.
Here's my thing. Take one picture. High res, bro. Mm-hmm. Put it on your monitor and click around. Right?
Yeah. Zoom in.
Yeah. Ever heard of it? If they can kill Klaus, Stefan will be free of his compulsion.
That is a big motivator.
Yeah. Stefan is now in the Vervain dungeon, I think, in the Elena's mansion.
No, he's still in the same...
He's still in the 1860 jail basement?
The jail basement with the light that shines from the top.
Oh. I wondered if they had moved him, but... All right.
No, he's still there.
Rebecca texts Elena to come over. She learned how to text. She's very modern. Damon checks on Stefan in the aforementioned location.
The jail cell.
Stefan thinks Elena's plans are always bad, Ash.
Yeah, but everyone has bad plans, actually.
That's true.
They all mess up all the time.
Damon is joking around. Family day at Vampire Rehab. We're going to do some brother bonding. Mm-hmm. There's a couple refs in this episode to brothers bond.
I know, but pre-refs.
Yeah.
Inspiration, if you will.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Yeah.
They've named their whiskey a good thing.
Oh, they did such a good job naming it. I want to know what their other ideas were.
Ian and Paul's silly juice. Blood drink.
Vampire books.
Pea-colored blood. Blood pea.
Apple juice that gets you drunk.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually. Klaus may want to keep Klaus alive. What?
Wait.
Klaus may want to keep Klaus alive, but she may not be safe with Rebecca. Klaus may want to keep Elena alive.
Yeah.
But
this is what Stefan is saying.
But she may not be safe with Rebecca. Damon is sad to see his brother in bondage, Ash.
Oh.
I just thought of that right now.
He is.
Brother's bondage, that's a different thing.
I hope they make that next.
He takes off Stefan's chains.
Yeah. I kind of like those scenes where they have their vampire strength, and it's just like, it's got to be kind of satisfying to act that, where you're like, you get to pretend like you're so strong, but it's just probably some paper chains or whatever.
Yeah, some little plastic chains. Screw this Lexi plan. We could both use a drink. And he's talking real drinking and...
Blood drinking.
Blood drinking. Elena...
Were you mad at him when he did this? Were you like, no?
I never liked the whole... multiple episodes of the same thing all the time. So get him out of the chair.
It's like, how long are we going to watch him sit in that chair?
Yeah, I mean, is he really going to sit there for like 10 years or whatever he had to do? Is he going to sit there till he just changes his mind? Mm-hmm. Probably not. I wouldn't have Pete-dicted that Damon was going to unchain him.
Yeah, he came in with the quickness, just like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I couldn't have Pete-dicted that, but I see why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Elena goes over to Rebecca's house.
Rebecca is staying at the mansion, which is Elena's mansion. Mm-hmm. So it's silly because Rebecca invites Elena over, but it's Elena's house, but Elena lives at the Gilbert house.
Yeah, they kind of did that deed signing and don't really like hit it as often as I do, personally.
You love talking about it being Elena's house, but they had her sign her name so it would protect her, but it has given her like almost zero protection.
Yeah, and her like property taxes have just gone through the roof.
Seriously.
And she really can't afford that. She doesn't even work at the grill.
No, I know. And all of her family is dead except her brother.
She's got that life insurance money though.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Rebecca's compelled ladies to model homecoming dresses for her. And I said she loves high school. And I think they reiterate this later in the episode.
And which homecoming dress did you like the best?
You know what? I was typing. I didn't see.
They were all bad.
Mm-hmm.
They were appropriate for that time. Just like these short little tube dresses that are like just not flattering. They're just all like poofy at the bottom. Not good. Like what were they called? Not like bubblegum dresses. They were really fluffy at the bottom.
I don't know. But
they had a certain name.
They had them in this show?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't know, Ash. That's not my skill set.
I can't remember. It looked bad on everybody.
Well, you know what? It was the mid-early
2000s.
naughty oddies.
The naughty oddies were bad. They were great for pop music, bad for fashion.
Uh-huh. They were fine for rap music.
Yeah.
And actually, one of my favorite eras of movies is 99. If I have to pick 10 years, 99 to 09. Put me there. I'll watch some stuff.
There you go.
Give me Sixth Sense, The Matrix.
But don't look at anyone's clothes because they're bad.
Oh my goodness. Orange County, the movie. Mm-hmm. Aaron Paul in some, like, bright orange Abercrombie pants.
I had bright orange Abercrombie pants, but mine were actually from Kohl's.
Did they have various bungee cords?
Yes.
And
snaps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's legit. That's all good.
Yeah. But they're actually very terrible.
Yeah. Ash, what is it? I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Uh-huh. Chinese food makes me sick.
Do you know the band?
Ooh, is it... Wait, I'm thinking LFO?
Yes.
And do you know what LFO stands for? Because I do.
I used to. What's the first word?
I believe it's light, Lyte.
Oh, I don't know.
The Light Funky Ones.
Oh, Light Funky Ones? Oh, that's funny.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, we will just check ourselves into the old person home now.
No, you gotta just Google this stuff, guys.
That song is, like, really bad, so don't. Ash, were you thinking of Len?
The guy, Len?
No, Steal My Sunshine.
No, I was thinking LFO.
Okay. Steal Your Honey like I stole your bike?
I thought you were trying to tell me that one of the LFO guys' name was Len.
Len Wiseman, director of Underworld, was in LFO.
All right. So,
speaking of hybrids, Len Wiseman.
All right.
That was in that era of movies.
Pete!
Okay.
Rebecca compelled the ladies.
You started talking about a dress and you didn't even know about it. All right.
I know. I'm still trying to think about what it is.
She asked Elena to help her choose...
Bubble.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, no, I said pop. No, I said gum. It's Bubble, I think.
A Steven Soderbergh movie from that era starring non-actors. You know, when they say movies have non-actors in them, I'm like, guess what? They're actors now because you put them in the movie. They acted, so now they're actors.
What are they supposed to say in their first role or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the point of saying that they cast non-actors is. Just to be like, hey, the acting's bad in this. Yeah,
or to be like, they've never tried to act before and this is their very first time.
Yeah. Like, I mean, would you say Napoleon Dynamite was full of non-actors except for, like, Uncle Rico?
I don't know what I would say about that.
Soderbergh! Frequently, Ash finds me up on the roof just screaming, Soderbergh!
So often.
Love him, though. Elena picks the red dress.
Yeah, she's like, red.
I said, because there is some kind of exposition in that or something, I was like, what was that scene about?
She was compelling the girls.
I know, but didn't they talk about something that mattered, or was she just flexing on Elena?
No, Elena was like saying how she's just bored and wants to have someone come and keep her company because she doesn't have any real friends, and maybe she can compel someone to actually be her friend. Blah, blah, blah. So Elena's just annoyed with her because she actually wants information and she's kind of hating on Rebecca.
All right. So I didn't miss much. Bonnie goes to see Alarc's pics that he loves so much.
He's like, I'm so excited.
She brought him the necklace that wouldn't die.
Yep.
Alaric says, Jeremy is an idiot. I know. I once was a Jeremy.
I know. This is when I always feel weird about Alaric because he's like, he could be kind of weird about it. Remember, he's their teacher. He could be like, oh, Jeremy's an idiot. Like, you're great. You're a good catch.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. So I always get nervous when he's going to say stuff.
Yeah, he could turn creepy in a minute.
Right, but then he would, like, put it back on himself, which was better. Yeah.
One of his famous pics. Ash, would you say he's flexing his pics? Is the same design as the necklace. The symbol means?
Witch.
Elena and Rebecca are in Stefan's room, and they're looking at his undies. Mm-hmm. Elijah said, your father was a landowner in Europe, Elena says. Mm-hmm. Rebecca begins her tale.
Yeah.
They discovered the land before your history books. Mm-hmm. These Vikings lived with werewolves. Vikings v. werewolves.
Yeah, the werewolves were there first.
Wow.
And the Vikings found out about this mystical land where people were strong and healthy. Mm. And the Vikings were dying in their land from illnesses and stuff. And so they wanted to go live in this, what they thought was the land that was making them healthy and strong. But they were healthy and strong because they were werewolves. Mm.
What a tale.
You didn't get any of that?
No. I heard none of that. Flashback. They would hide from the werewolves at night.
Once a month.
Once a month. There's a witch named Ayana. Mm-hmm. Henrik is the little brother, and he's killed by a werewolf because he and Klaus snuck out to watch the men turn. Mm-hmm. I think... Never mind.
What?
A joke in poor taste. Ayana is the witch.
You started blushing so hard.
And the mom. Because I don't want to edit this, so I'm not going to say anything stupid.
Well, tell me later.
Okay. And the mom is Esther.
Yes.
That ended the peace with the werewolves.
Yeah, because the mom is upset that the werewolves killed her son. They're trying to get Ayana to bring him back, and Ayana's like, he can't be brought back. There's nothing we can do. He's dead.
Elena gets a phone call. It's Damon. He and Stefan are at the bar. And it's not the grill, Ash.
No.
It's some bar with ladies.
Elena is mad.
Callie is the bartender. Damon wants whiskey. Stefan wants her blood. Mm-hmm. And I thought he was going to be like, JK, I'm not drinking it. But then he drinks it immediately.
Yeah, and I like how Damon, like, positioned himself to, like, kind of block it so Stefan could drink her blood from her wrist, like, in the public. Mm-hmm. He's just, like, leaning over, like,
Yeah, it's like when your kids has to pee, so you just, like, stand and, like, do a big old puff out your chest and, like, look at your phone like, oh, I'm not doing anything. And then your kid's just peeing behind your back.
Yeah.
Exact same thing.
Exactly.
Callie gets them another bottle of Brothers Bond. Mm-hmm. They're playing quarters, and Stefan is good. He had a lot of practice being sad, he talks about, for a long time.
Yeah, that exposition is kind of weird.
And then they mention brotherly bonding again.
I know, they just love it.
But Stefan sees through Damon's attempts to, like, be like, oh, this is what you could have.
Yeah, he's trying to get to his emotions. Mm-hmm. Even though Damon turned off his emotions a long time ago.
Yeah.
A liar.
Yeah. Rebecca and Elena are still snooping in Stefan's room. Rebecca doesn't get them as a couple. She doesn't ship them.
No.
Ash.
She's still jealous.
She knows exactly who he is. They're a predatory species. And we were just talking about if a lark was a predatory species as well. Elena calls her on caring about the homecoming dance. She's like, you care about high school. Hee hee.
Yeah. That's what you were talking about a minute ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go compel yourself a friend. I'm going to start saying that.
Oh, yeah. This is when she says it.
When I get into my schoolyard quibbles.
Go compel yourself a friend.
What? The necklace wasn't Stefan's to give. It belonged to the OG witch.
Well, yeah. And remember when Rebecca came alive or whatever again? She's like, immediately looked for her necklace and was so mad that it was gone. She was like, it's her necklace, blah, blah, blah. But then we saw that Stefan picked it up in the 20s. And
off the floor.
Yeah, off the floor.
In the gentleman's club.
But it was Rebecca's, but before that, it was the OG witches.
And I predicted that it was Ayana who was the OG witch, but no, that was a misdirect. I was misdirected.
Yes, it was a misdirect.
Flashback. The parents want Ayana to call on the spirits to protect their children. But she doesn't do that. Instead, they turn their kids into vampires.
It's like, I guess.
These spirits can't help.
But they are the original vampires, so they don't really, like, know what they're getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that blew my mind. I know that there's a show called The Originals. These are the original vampires. I wasn't like, they're not the first. I was like, they're not the first ones, though. Because they're like, it was a spell and, like, they couldn't go in the light. I was like, yeah, duh. The vampires. But it's like, they're the first ones. They're just figuring it out.
Yeah, they're just figuring it out. They just think that their kids are going to be protected and immortal. Mm-hmm. But they don't know that all of the side effects of being a vampire and like the way that nature balances it out.
Yeah, that was surprising to me. It was right in front of me the whole time.
Mm-hmm. You were like, pause.
Yeah.
These are the first vampires.
The first ones?
Like, yes. Original.
Sometimes original just means like
delicious. Like
original.
Fried chicken.
Colonel's original recipe. Sometimes original can't mean like different in a way.
Yeah, like unique.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These are not the unique vampires, Pete. These are the first ever vamps.
I learned that. I was today years old when I learned that.
You were yesterday years old.
I was yesterday years old when I learned that you turn the top of the can around and you put a straw through it. Do you know that?
Yeah, but also you don't need to do that. You can just put it in the big hole.
That's what I've been saying for years. Oh, no. What were we talking about? Big holes?
Yep.
Speaking of big holes...
Ayana turned them into vampires.
Yep. Michael wanted to fight the wolves and not run anymore. Michael wants his family to live forever. Michael, that's kind of weird.
Michael, you're too much.
Get real.
Yeah.
I want my family to live forever. All right, Dad. Leave me alone.
I know. What a, bold choice to make for your whole family. We're going to make everyone live forever and we're going to fight all these werewolves? It's like, what? Why?
I don't want to do either of those things, Dad.
No.
Ayana doesn't want to do it. But Ash, Rebecca's mother was a witch. She's the OG witch.
I know.
But, alright, in this case of original, is she the first witch that ever existed then? She's the
You haven't learned anything about the word original yet?
She's the first witch? Alright. Ash is giving me nothing. Rebecca isn't a witch. Vampires are abominations of nature, and you can't be both. You can't be a witch and a vampire. In True Blood, was Anna Paquin ever a vampire, or she was just a, spoiler alert, skip 15 seconds or whatever, or was she just a fairy? Was she ever a vampire?
I don't think so.
Alright. Vampires. Alright, there was a whole deal to turn his kids into, I said witches, but it was vampires. Mm-hmm. There was a whole deal. You got to turn your kids into these vampires. Drove swords through their hearts.
Yeah, they were like, and then our dad was like, we want you to live forever. And then he killed us. We're like, what?
And then he was like, oh, I'm so bad at this.
And then they woke up so bloody and confused.
Yep, and Michael brings a girl for them to drink her blood, and they do. The spirits then turned on them. For every strength, a weakness. So their mom made them those daylight rings.
Yes. Which we know that the daylight rings were made by witches.
White oak burns them. The tree that gave us life. How did the tree give them life?
It was part of the spell to turn them into vampires.
It can take it away. The white oak ash. When they burned it to the ground. They burned that oak.
Yeah, so they burnt the tree because they were like, wait, we don't want there to be a thing to kill us. We're trying to be immortal. Let's burn the thing that kills us.
Those fools.
But then the ash, we know, can kill them, sort of.
The first vampires ever, I wrote. Blood made them reborn, so now they hungered for blood and they could not control it. Damon, in the present, is dancing on the bar with some ladies. Stefan is sucking blood passionately. Stefan asks, what's the point of this jailbreak?
I didn't really pay attention to Damon dancing on the bar because I was noticing Stefan just sucking so many one neck so intensely.
Yeah,
but was Damon doing his good dancing?
No, he was kind of like shuffling in there.
Because I like watching Ian Somerhalder dance.
Oh, best dance. In my era of 99 to 09, Rules of Attraction, Ian Somerhalder does some little dancing.
Yeah.
So good.
And he also dances in season 1 of Vampire Diaries, I think. We talked about it.
I'm sure we have. We've talked about every moment of all these episodes. That's kind of what we do. Damon wanted to remind Stefan what freedom was like. And Stefan's like, as long as Klaus is alive, I do what he says. It's so weird that he's so self-aware about all of this.
Yeah, because Klaus didn't compel him to, forget.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm doing it. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. Klaus can't be killed. Maybe I can help with that, Michael says.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ash, I had an observation.
What?
TV shows, you're familiar, can really just cast all these people. No names, I would say, but that's it's not a nice way to say it. But just not movie stars.
They cast a whole bunch of non-actors.
No, well, I was going to say that, but that's not true. These are talented actors. They just don't necessarily have a big name, But they cast all these people, you don't recognize them. They do a fine job, whatever. TV shows do that. Movies can't really do that. People will just watch these shows.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hey, Netflix has a new show. It's Fairy School. Netflix has a new show. It's based on a video game. Netflix has a new show. It's whatever. People don't care. They'll watch these shows.
People watch shows.
Based on the writing and the characters.
Yes.
Which probably is a good
Not
thing.
based on the actors. You're saying movies are more drawn in by the actors and the directors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good observation.
Yeah, Michael walks up and it's like, oh, is this going to be freaking Liam Neeson?
Yeah, no.
No. Is it going to be Michael Shannon?
No.
No.
Those would both be good choices for Michael.
Is it going to be Pete Davidson?
No. Pete Davidson was 6.
Oh my gosh, was he even alive? I don't know.
He was little, I'm sure.
Michael knows the Salvatore boys. Actually, I can tell you. So when was this show? This was 09 or 10 maybe? Yeah, Pete Davidson.
You know when he was born?
No, but I know that he was alive when his dad died, right?
Oh, yeah.
I bet he was born in 95. Are you looking it up? Or are you just ignoring me?
I'm looking it up.
Was Pete Davidson born in 95? That's a Pete-diction and a Pete-scription.
Okay.
Because he would be,
Very close. 93.
93. Okay, so he would be 16 or 17 as they filmed this show. Right?
Okay, season 3 came out in 11.
So he was 18. So he wouldn't have been Michael, but he could be...
He could be one of the high schoolers.
Yeah, he could be Matt.
Because the high schoolers, though, were played by adults, so who knows?
He could be one of the tomb vampires. That'd be great. If an 18-year-old Pete Davidson was a tomb vampire.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great. Yeah, Michael knows these Salvatore boys.
Yeah, you must be the Salvatores.
Why did Michael start hunting Klaus? Someone asked someone.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom had... Okay.
Elena and Rebecca.
Rebecca? Your mom had an affair with a werewolf villager. Hey, that's a yo mama joke right there, Ash.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell that to our kids, like, when they're like, your mom's so fat, she sits around the house, or whatever. I'm going to be like, you got to say, your mom had an affair with a werewolf villager.
They'll be, like, in Minecraft or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is something we already know. Elijah had shared this information with Elena, or maybe Catherine did. I think it was Elijah, though, about what had happened with and why Klaus was a hybrid and everyone was a vampire of the originals.
Yep, and we all remember that. Michael's greatest weakness was his pride. Ash. Pride.
But also that's why Michael was so mean to Stefan. I mean, not Stefan. Klaus. When they were sword fighting.
And as we know, when you're a vampire, your traits get magnified.
Yeah.
Ash, if you were a vampire, what trait would be magnified in you?
Oh, gosh. What's my most prominent trait? I love too hard.
Oh, the love, for sure, Ash.
Probably having high expectations for everyone I know.
Mm-hmm. I think mine would either be anxiety or late night snacking.
Mm-hmm. What would mine be, though, for real?
Ambition.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You were just saying that.
Yours would be the want of flattery.
I do like to have words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not my trait. That's my want.
Ash,
I multitask a lot.
You'd be
I'd be like
around multitasking. That'd be great.
But I'm also very clumsy, so I'd be falling down.
Oh my gosh, you get
I'd get hurt all the time.
And Ash, your love language, is it more words of affirmation or more getting gifts?
Words of affirmation. What's your love language, Pete?
Oh,
time and space.
The space-time continuum. Ash, I like physical touch.
That's not wrong.
But probably like words of affirmation as well. And thank you to that listener who put us on the Spotify.
Yes.
Ash. Michael killed like the whole village and his own wife, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Flashback.
Michael is off the rails.
Michael has...
I want my whole family to be immortal. I'm going to kill everyone. I'm going to kill all the vampires. I'm going to kill my wife. I'm going to kill my hybrid son.
I want my family to be immortal, so I'm going to kill them all.
Right. He's crazy.
I mean, does he only want Elijah and Rebecca to live forever? He's like, yeah, I want my whole family to be immortal. Elijah and Rebecca, I'm just talking about you.
Yeah.
We're going to kill all the rest of these guys.
Well, his wife is already a witch.
You know what?
Not a vampire.
You know what? They never said she had special powers. I think that was just Michael describing her.
Oh.
And I think he said witch with a B.
The original B word.
Yeah, my dad kept saying my mom was something, the original witch, I think he was saying. Just a misunderstanding.
That's so funny.
Flashback of them burying their mother. Ash, did you see that whole pile of white oak ash?
No.
There was like a mountain of white oak ash, like in the foreground. It was so big. There's so much of this ash that could just kill them.
I did not see that. That's funny.
Elijah joins them. It's the three kids. We stick together as one, always and forever, which they immediately don't do.
No.
And Ash, just like we were talking about our attributes. Mm-hmm. Rebecca is stubborn. Uh-huh. Elijah is moral.
Yeah, that's why Elijah's always like, you have my word.
And Klaus has no tolerance for those who disappoint him. Didn't really know that was a trait, but okay.
Yeah. We have a little bat. Our dog turned into a bat.
Oh no.
Hello.
A vampire bat.
Are you a bat?
Ash, I said Rebecca has some abused person vibes. Klaus is abusive, I would say, and she has like whatever Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, he's manipulative.
Munchausen's by proxy or whatever.
I don't like either of those words. I don't like how they sound in my ears. Mm-hmm. Don't say them again.
Why not wake Michael? Elena says. Mm-hmm. And Rebecca's like, I told you. And I said, did she? Wake Michael at your own peril. If you come at my brother, I will rip you apart.
Yeah, she said we will all be doomed. That's all. Doomed. She just keeps being like vague.
So she also doesn't want Klaus to die in this moment.
Right.
Michael is asking Stefan questions, but Stefan can't tell him. I am compelled to do what Klaus says, so I'm keeping my mouth shut. Mm-hmm. Michael has been a vampire hunter for longer than Stefan's been alive.
That's a long time.
And now we're like learning, like, oh yeah, you hunt vampires. You're just kind of a jerk, though.
Yeah.
Like, we're not like cool. You're a vampire hunter. It's like, okay, you're a dick. Right?
Explicit. Yeah.
Put the E on it. I meant that.
Our dog needs to drink. Go drink water.
I meant that as the shortened named for Richard, so no E on it. Richard Michael. Mike Klaus.
Michelson.
Uh-huh. Michael grabs Damon's...
Michael Michelson? Mm-hmm. Or just Michelson because they're the son of Michael?
Chris Christopherson. Chris Christopherson's son, Christopher Christopherson Jr.
Nuh-uh.
What?
That doesn't really exist.
Who's to say? Michael grabs Damon's heart and tries to get Stefan to tell him where he is. Like, he's really touching his heart, Ash.
Yeah, he's holding it in his hand inside his body.
He even gives him a couple beats for free. He's like, beep, 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 beep.
And he's like, the sound with his hand in his body is so gross.
Is it a squelch?
Yeah, it is.
So his link to Klaus is so strong. Stefan's link to Klaus is so strong, but would he let his own brother die? Mm-hmm. Stefan can...
How much free will does he actually have?
Yeah, and then Stefan, like, thinks on his feet. He can lure Klaus to Mystic Falls somehow. Mm-hmm. Michael lets Damon go, but his hand is all bloody.
Yeah.
Michael...
And Damon's like, oh...
Oh, shell shock. Michael tells Stefan to get Klaus to Mystic Falls so he can kill him, or he'll kill Stefan. Mm-hmm. He's trying to kill somebody.
He loves killing, this guy.
Oh, I want to kill somebody. I want to grab the heart of somebody.
There you go.
I want to find somebody
to kill.
No. I was trying to, instead of to love, I was trying to do some like to for blood.
Oh.
Ooh.
I want to kill somebody. I want to snap some necks.
That's good. Alaric and his pigs. Mm-hmm. In the cave with Bonnie and Elena. That's a new clue.
Uh-huh.
Putting sticky notes around the cave. Learning.
Yeah. No. Sticky notes do not stick to cave walls.
You know from experience.
This is not practical. You can't put a Post-it note on a brick. You can't put a Post-it note on a cinder block. You cannot put Post-it notes on a cave wall.
No. I mean, that's like trying to hug a rainbow. That's like trying to lasso the moon. You cannot do it.
You cannot.
Such is mango.
I use Post-it notes in my everyday life. They don't stick to that kind of stuff.
If anyone was feeling that mango reference, please hit me up in the DMs.
All right. But did you hear what I said?
Yes, and I agree with you.
I was like, psh, these Post-it notes are going to fall immediately off.
Oh my gosh, wait. Ash, have we ever talked about in real life or on the podcast? Definitely in real life. But the Post-its that are...
accordion.
Yes, the reverse ones.
They're the worst.
Oh
I have
my
them
God.
right now on my desk because that is the kind they had in the office because nobody wants them and they're the only kinds they have. And every time I pick them up, they're always upside down.
Have we ever talked about that in real life?
Probably not. I hate them.
I hate those so bad. My hatred from them goes back to when, like, that would be what they had in the snack bar where I worked.
Uh-huh.
We would be like, oh, just throw me the Post-it notes. Pull the friggin' whole accordion out. Like, because that's what we would take the orders on.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, okay, let me just grab a Post-it note, take your order, and the whole thing. Because you're thinking you're just grabbing one Post-it note and it just falls all the way to the floor and gets...
Yeah, they're meant
to
go into a holder that pulls out one at a time.
Well, that was before my time. I'm not Post-it holding.
No, but that's what they were invented for.
The accordion or the
accordion.
OG?
No, the accordion is made for a holder. But people don't have these big Post-it note holders to refill with the accordions. But then people buy the accordion ones by accident, and then you end up having the accordion ones with no holder, and it's terrible.
There should be like a Wanted or like a Onion article or where it's like local man like buys the accordion ones on purpose, and it's like everyone's mad at him. Oh my gosh! Why were we talking about this?
Because the Post-it notes don't stick on the cave wall.
And Alark has the accordion one, and he likes them.
Nuh-uh.
Just kidding.
I was worried.
Ash, have you seen this? I have right over there clear Post-it notes. Have you heard of that?
Bring them here.
My coworker, who I work from home, but I met IRL. We were hanging out at my other coworker's house, and he brought us all clear Post-it notes.
I'm opening this.
Okay, I haven't used them, obviously. You can have them.
What's the point of a clear Post-it note?
Because you write on it, and then you can, like, put it on your computer.
Okay, well, I wouldn't call this clear. I would say this is more translucent.
That's not clear?
No.
Well, okay. It is. You're right. It's translucent. It's translucent.
Lucent. But I have never heard of translucent Post-its either. Like also, is that 2 instead of 1? Is that why it's like extra?
Yes, it is 2. You're besmirching my unnamed coworker. Look at that. Look, I could be like, oh, underline that. Make sure to say that on the podcast.
So the point of it is you put it on your screen and then you write on it like you were writing on your screen?
Or on the window. I don't know, Ash. I haven't used them. You just open them.
I would like to find a use for these things.
My coworker was very excited about it.
I want to know how your coworker uses them.
You know, the other thing about my coworker, though, I did see his computer monitor, Ash, and he might not have been the smartest person because there was whiteout all over the screen.
I thought you were going to say because they had too many icons on their desktop.
No.
That's also as bad as the accordion Post-its, in my opinion.
I'm just kidding. I didn't see my coworker's desktop monitor desktop.
I could see how, like, if you don't want to write on the paper, but you put this on top of the paper and you can, like, make editing marks or whatever without writing on the paper.
Oh, Ash.
That could work.
If you're party foul pranking your high school chum, but you don't want to ruin
their skin,
you can draw a Richard nickname on the Post-it.
The translucent Post-it.
On the clear Post-it and not on their face. And then they can go to their big interview at Duke the next day and
they'll still be alright. Alright, here's another one. You're at the bar, you don't want to get roofied, So you put...
That's never my scenario, though.
Lucky for you. You put your Post-it over top of your drink. It looks clear. No one can see it. So if someone tries to roofie you, and it just lands on top of the Post-it, and you're like, I caught you trying to roofie me.
And then off to jail they go.
Yep.
Well, you can have those. Those are my gift to you.
Okay. I like Post-its that are not accordion style.
I
wonder what works well on that type of material, though. Is it not a pencil? Can't write with a pencil on that.
No, a lark
Sharpie
was
sure.
going strong with the Sharpie.
No, but on this kind.
I know. I think dry erase.
That could be fun, though, actually. You get a little mini whiteboard.
True.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
And this episode is brought to you by this
non-Post-it brand Post-it.
branded.
There's no labels on it whatsoever.
Clear Post-it that I don't even know where my coworker got it from.
It looks like it could be from Target or Party City or something like that.
My coworker even sent to the group, to the work Slack, like a picture of him using it and stuff.
What's even more impressive is that you work from home. So what coworker brought this to you? Your dog?
No, I told you we went over to our other coworker's house.
I know, I'm just kidding.
For social time.
All right, Alaric put Post-its on a cave that should never stick.
We work online. We wanted to meet IRL. What? Yeah. He's learning the runes, Ash. Don't you know the runes? Mm-hmm. Michael killed the witch by ripping out her heart. Seems like his move that he does. Mm-hmm. Rebecca doesn't know the real story.
Yeah, she thought... Wait, what?
Klaus. Did Klaus kill his mom?
Yeah.
Pete-dicted and then they just said it later.
I wasn't sure what part we were at, but yeah, that's it.
Elena goes to Rebecca's. Nick was there. He told me Michael killed Mom. Yeah, what else is he going to say? Mm-hmm. He lied to you. The hybrid killed the original witch. The runes say. Klaus killed Mom.
He's been lying for a long time.
Rebecca isn't trying to hear it. She presses Elena up, then she's sad. Mm-hmm. Damon is giving Stefan a hard time about saving his life. Stefan wants to be free to leave. Damon owes Stefan, and then Stefan's like, be careful, your humanity's showing.
Yeah. Sweet burn.
And then he also says, your epidermis is showing. And Damon gets all self-conscious because he doesn't get it. But Damon punches him, and they fight, and Damon pwns him. He noob slams him. Yeah.
Also, that would be a good joke to teach our child when he's a little bit older.
Your epidermis is showing? Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, The Simpsons taught that to me. It's a straight stolen from The Simpsons.
It's okay. You gave him the credit.
Okay. A sad song montage begins.
This is our first montage of the episode.
And the last. Rebecca is crying, but there's a nice fire in the fireplace, Ash. Mm-hmm. It's roaring. I appreciate a good fire. Damon on the bed in Elena's room. His plan is in motion.
Elena doesn't fully trust Damon still, though.
Or Stefan, and Stefan is a dick, but now he's a dick on our side. Ash, we were allowed to say it. Elena thinks she got Rebecca on their side also. She's a girl who lost her mom too young, and Elena
empathizes.
Nothing more important to the bond of family. Tell that to my brother.
That's the third brother's bond.
Oh my gosh. Take a drink every time they reference it.
I'm drunk.
You are? Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ash. They're pillow talking, and she gives him the green light to slumber party.
Uh-oh.
Dark Delena.
Uh-oh.
Ash, how many fangs would you give this episode? Or is it a big old turkey?
I think it was a good ep. It had the story moving forward. It's not my favorite kind of flashback, but I like to hear the history, the origin stuff.
The lore.
The lore.
You're a lore.
This is an explicit episode.
I beeped it out.
But Stefan still is a weirdo, so I would say 1.75.
1.75.
I made a bold statement. I wouldn't do Two Fangs until Stefan changed.
Whoa, spoilers.
No, I'm saying that's where I'm at.
All right. There's some flashbacks. I learned something. I was today years old. They were really the Ash. All right, I'm giving it Two Fangs. They were the first vampires. I got to witness the first vampires on Earth be created. Ash, that's crazy.
I know.
Two Fangs.
Okay, I love it.
First ever. I like vampire stuff, and these are the first ones. I'm like starstruck.
I know. It's amazing.
Even though there aren't really stars in the show, you know? Based on like sort of the writing and sort of like it's on the CW at the time that like a teen wants to watch television. That's kind of why people are watching it, right?
Yeah. All right, Pete. What are your Pete-dictions?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's going to be, let's say, a little family reunion.
Uh-oh.
With
the
Michelsons. Yeah. Forget some
Another
other family.
reunion. Some other reunion of people.
This is going to be a specific one with these characters. Oh. Yeah, they're going to have a reunion. I mean, yeah, Stefan won't be like this for 5 more seasons. Ooh, I do think that Damon and Elena are going to get a little closer than just a slumber party green light. I think they
How
might.
close?
I think they'll probably keep it pretty PG. But I think they might do some smooching.
Uh-oh.
I bet they do some smooching. Stefan will be mad. I wonder if Stefan does kind of like... Okay, so does Klaus die, or does like a witch break the spell, or some other like Deus Ex Machina, which I speak perfect Latin. That's exactly how it's said. Does some other like thing happen where it's like, no, Klaus can live, but he's gonna like leave him alone, and Stefan also gets to break the compilation. Oh, maybe Klaus will be like, I'm sorry, bruv, I'm not compelling you anymore, and Stefan will be like, I'm free, and then like maybe Stefan will do sort of like a Incredible Hulk like vacation for a minute, you know, like he'll be like, I'm sad, I'm leaving for a while, but I'm still gonna eat rabbits only or whatever, you know.
That was a very interesting prediction. It had very silly references in it as well.
And then like Elena will hang with Damon for a minute, and then probably some new issue will bring them all back together. Some bigger threat than even the very first vampires. Wow.
Are you
Wow.
Is this Pete-diction for season 3, or like all of Vampire Diaries, or how long do you think all that's going to take, what you just said?
I think that'll be the next episode. No, I think that'll be maybe like mid-season, because we're 3/8 right now. Maybe like mid-season they'll switch chapters or something like that.
Okay.
I Pete-dict that also we will be taking a little holiday break.
That's a good chance of that.
We have a lot of non-vampedy things to be doing. But Yeah, we love doing the show. We like being on people's My Faves.
Yeah.
We were on Tom's top 8 today or something like that.
Basically. No, yeah, we've heard lately, like, I don't know. I feel like it's been every week we've heard from at least somebody that they've been listening to our podcast. That's been pretty cool.
It's awesome. That's why we do it. Actually, that's not why we do it. We do it because
we were bored in quarantine, safer at home.
And we like talking to each other about things other than work and our kids.
Yes, it does give us a structure of conversation that we are looking at each other face to face.
Yep.
Talking about weird, silly stuff.
Having a little blood. Or a little bond. Mm-hmm. A little blood or bond. And chopping it up. And every season I get to make a rap song.
Mm-hmm. And we make each other laugh.
Yep. And anyone that is along for the ride with us, we very much appreciate you. And I'm trying to sell you books.
Buy the books, guys.
Yep. Just go to @HighDive Publishing on Instagram. That's where all the fun happens. There's so much fun over there. I feel like every day there's fun stuff going
There's
on.
like really cute pictures of books by the fireplace and pictures of books by the pool and pictures of books in an Easter basket. Who knows? You never know what you're going to find over there.
Some people go to Instagram for pictures of other things. I go there for books. Mm-hmm. If you like the Vampire Diaries and or you are a young adult, you should check out my young adult book series, The Happenstances. tinyurl.com/thehappenstances. Ash. Mm-hmm. Great gift. Hey,
yeah.
I also wrote a dad joke book with a very popular dad, Taylor Kalmus. He's the dude dad. He's the super dad.
Yep.
Check out the 365 dad jokes. I don't know. Search my name and dad jokes and it'll come up.
You don't remember the title?
I mean, it's like the kookiest, silliest, groaniest dad jokes.
It does say that?
No. It's
365 dad jokes.
yeah, you've been warned.
And actually, our kids love it. And just yesterday?
Yeah.
Our 6-year-old was like, Daddy, read me some of your jokes from your book.
I pulled it up. I read the jokes. People like the book. It's literally a bestseller.
It is, and it's a really good stocking stuffer for dads.
Oh man. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
We end abruptly with Ash saying,
Thanks.
Giving Tuesday.